I just got three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, starting here with a Duramax upload. I have not, since we have been back on YouTube, really given you any Duramax content. Now, the other day, I did a little TikTok as a joke because I knew it wouldn't start because it's been sitting out here and the batteries were just a little weak from sitting for like, I don't know. It's been like 2 months since I drove it. So I did a TikTok where it didn't start, just as a joke. I've had the charger on it, and I think we're going to be okay. But we are going to get in it, and I just noticed an issue the other day. And so I kind of want to figure this out, plus look at a couple of the other things with it. I'm not doing any upgrades per se, but we are going to go over some of the things that I want to get fixed up. She's an old truck. Don't give her a hard time, all right? So, I had a low oil light come on. I've never seen a low oil light on this truck, ever, all right? And I filled it up with oil, and then I came out and saw this. I am looking under here, and I'm going to guess that it's that stupid oil filter, actually. Would be my guess. See if we can tighten that guy. Well, she is loose. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that worked its way loose. Probably need to crank down on it a little bit more. I'm just going to check the oil one more time. Sorry, it's getting to be dark out here. And top it off a little bit more if I need to. Actually, let's turn on our battery charger here. And then check it. I knew something was up. This truck does not. One thing it doesn't do is leak oil. Yeah, we're still a little light on the oil there. Should be good now. I don't think we lost really that much, but it was probably leaking a little bit. See if she starts up now. I know it's going to take a second. I don't have the key. This will work better. Now, I've said this a million times, but I think somebody's going to ask. The glow plug module is bad in this thing. I've never tested if any of the actual glow plugs are working. I should do that at some point. But I know that the glow plug module has been bad forever. So I think that's why she has a little trouble starting on cold days. So we're rolling here in the Duramax. I actually started this video inside here and then realized I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and I don't like to promote things that aren't safe on my channel. So I threw on the seatbelt, even though I'm only driving over to Lance's, which is about 5 minutes from my house. Now, the thing people say is that you are most statistically likely to get in an accident 5 miles from home. Well, let me tell you a little thing about that statistic. It doesn't mean that you're gonna have an accident because you're close to home. It just means that you are close to home more often than other places. Like, I'm close to my home more often than I'm in New York City. So it's not really a real statistic, just if you ever want to repeat that to anybody. But old girl's running good, man. I'm fueling up it here at Dollar General, not the truck myself. Every time I get in this thing, I'm like, why don't I drive this more often? And really the reason is on a day-to-day, I don't want to destroy the thing. I'm fine to use it for like truck stuff and have fun and do burnouts, whatever. But I do stuff like hauling crap to the dump pretty often. I don't really want to use this for that. Also, because I don't feel like jumping up in the bed here rather than being in like a normal pickup. So On a day-to-day, it just doesn't really make sense for me. But when I drive it, man, I'm like, I should be doing this more often. This thing has not been in this garage in forever. Now, I consider the Duramax project to be done, but a lot of people kind of didn't. So I want to go over some of the things that, one, I never did, and I still need to do technically for it to be complete, but it's an 06 truck. It's never going to be 100%. So there's always going to be something to work on, but there's a few things that I did intend to do and didn't do, as well as some things that are just normal wear and tear maintenance stuff that I kind of want to look into. So we're going to go over it today, and I don't know that I've communicated this super well, but we've been going through the vehicles on the channel and trying to get them to, I wouldn't say 100%, but get them to where they are a good running, driving vehicle. Like the H2 was not running much at all. Dead battery, injectors were bad. There's still a few things that we could do, there always will be, but we got it where we can actually drive it, use it. Same thing, H3 had some electrical issues. We went through that, fixed it up. I do need to fix the muffler on it though, because there's always something. And Duramax, same thing. So that's kind of what we're doing before we start a new project. We're really trying to just wrap up stuff that we haven't gotten to yet. So there's stuff on the Duramax, but ultimately I want to say is this thing runs and drives like perfect. I mean, I got to tighten up that oil filter because that could have been bad. But this thing, you can put it on 72, 3, 4, 80, whatever mile an hour, and cruise down the road with absolutely no issues. Transmission shifts good through all the gears. And what is cool is I just found out that for sure that this is a Merchant Auto built transmission. I think the son of the owner of Merchant Auto reached out and confirmed that this actually is. I knew it had the plate on the side of the engine, transmission, that's a big difference. And so I thought that that's what it was, but I had nothing to document it or anything like that. So now I know for sure that it was done by them. First things first, we're going down under. I am going to tighten, yes, with a oil filter wrench, that oil filter down. Now, I do not believe in over-tightening an oil filter at all. Big hand-tight believer. However, I have had ones in the past. Actually, just one time, I had a K&N filter on a different car that would never seal until I cranked down on the thing. Like, it would come loose every, 1,000 miles or something, and I was only doing like 10,000 mile oil changes. And it would just spew oil everywhere. So since this one rattled loose, and it's probably had 1,000 miles on it since an oil change or something, I'm going to crank down on it because I just do not want to have that hassle again. So, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't remember when I changed the oil on this thing. I know I said 1,000 miles, and I think I did change the oil. That's definitely our local auto parts store's oil filter. But, yeah, I don't really remember. I'm bad at that. That's probably why you write them down. So, I'm just doing a little bit, we don't want to go crazy now. But I also, that feels pretty good. Okay. If that comes loose, we're changing filters. Now, actually, while we're right here, I don't know if you can see it, but I got another thing on my list here. We're going to make a list of what I got to do. This is all of my wires for the rock lights. McTuning sent out a kit. I put them on. They all worked great. Not a problem. And then I shot the lift blocks out that one time. If you haven't watched that video, that was a sucky day. But, yeah. I had to change the bed on the truck. And so my wires are just hanging here. So I got to get the other lights hooked back up. I got my poster board out here. This is going to be for a skit that I was going to do for like a TikTok that was far too offensive to put out in public, so I decided against doing that. All right, oil filter. I'm doing this first because it makes me feel good about myself. All right. We tightened that, so we're good. And then rock lights. There we go. Somebody's got to work on their penmanship. My grandma would be so disappointed in me. Next on the list is actually in the lighting category as well. Everything up front works good. I got LEDs down there that look pretty cool. These headlights are Amazon. They suck. They're just cheap Chinese plastic. I went through a couple pairs before we found ones that actually like kind of fit in and were right. But everything up here works. I do have the all-on mod thing so that all of your lights, your fog lights, stay on even when it is on high beam. But roof lights or marker lights do not work. Not sure that they're plugged in. We're going to check that. And the other one is I don't know offhand. I'm going to have to research because these are the newer style tow mirrors where people hook these lights up to. I don't know if it's on reverse, which doesn't make sense to me. I don't think reverse makes sense. I'd rather be hooked up to the cargo light in the rear, which I know is unhooked. Yeah. Oh, and also the cab lights leak a little bit. It'll be wet on the floor, so I want to fix that up. The turn signals in the mirror work, but not the reverse or whatever lights those guys are for. And then the cargo light. I don't think we have any issues back here other than my rear camera works. Tailgate opens miraculously. That's a nice feature. Actually closes and nope. Oh, that is something. See, just remembered. This latch over here does not release itself. Every time you got to do this right here. I'll show you. Got to do that. Now it'll shut. That's annoying, actually. I should fix that. And then the hitch. It doesn't have one. It's just underneath here. Also no spare tire. So a couple things missing, but spare won't fit. The hitch on this truck originally was just like a tiny little, there's really only like one eBay roll pan hitch, like for a hidden hitch. And they're, I don't know, $100 or something. And they're just light duty. Like they might be 5,000 pounds, maybe 7,500, but they're not like for an HD truck. There is heavy duty ones, but that is not what was on here, and they're not as easy to find. So I'm going to get a proper good hitch for the rear because I would actually like to tow with this sometime. What would be nice is if this poster board was on something that wasn't moving, but it's not. Now let's pop under the hood. I think that's everything kind of on the exterior. Like one of the things I would like to do, but it's not an emergency, is these inner fenders suck. They are Chinese, just junky ones. They don't really fit like you would want them to. Yeah, and it was not the proper clips or anything like that. They're just terrible. Like I'd like to get a set of factory GM ones. I don't know if I will. That's really not on my list. But I was just looking at that and those suck. Okay, things under the hood that need done. This coolant tank, the sensor, the level sensor is bad. It said low coolant forever. As you can see, there's coolant in it. Not a problem, but that, yeah, I think I have that. Hold on a second. Should have planned this out better. That's it right there. We might do that here today. Otherwise, under the hood, I would like to get the box actually I'd like to get these old wires organized. Yeah, they're a haphazard mess. See, do I have anything going over? Yeah, we got stuff going over there. Yeah, it just needs cleaned up. Just cleaned up a little bit. I think everything else is good to go under the hood. I already replaced the air filter, so we're good there. And it had some holes in it, which I hear is not good. Now, in the back of the truck here, I found the lid for the fuse box, but unfortunately, and I think this is part of the problem, and I don't know where it got to. I'll have to look around. I'm sure we have one. There's like an exterior piece of plastic, because this thing's way too big, that goes around that and then this snaps into. So that's why it's sitting back there. And because sometimes I need to figure out what fuse is blown. That actually doesn't happen that often. And then I got a speaker over there because the rear speakers do not work. I think I just bought one to see if there was a problem in the wiring or if it was the speaker itself. I think it's the speaker itself. I'm not an audio guy, so like the factory Bose speakers are plenty good for me. I don't need to do anything more than that. I know some people hate those. I always thought they sounded okay, but that's how little of a audio connoisseur I am. So I'm fine with the factory ones. I might actually pop that door panel off here and see if we can swap that out quick too. The other thing that is backseat maybe related is this rear window glass. I want to replace the headliner and the rear window glass at the same time because it is a son of a gun getting the headliner out without bending it in half, because I did that to get it in here and it looks okay. But if you look close in a few places, I can't see them right now, there is some creases. But this headliner was always for the wrong year truck, so hence it has the hole in it, unfortunately. I do have the good headliner over in the closet over there with new material, so we gotta stick that on. Moving up front, let's check out some of the electronics, because I know there's a few things that are just worn out. It's typical stuff for this year of truck. So we'll see here. So like window, real slow. Now, sometimes you can grease these guys up and actually get them going a little bit. Down actually work pretty good, but it's pretty warm in the garage right now. But yeah, you can see. Doesn't look cool when you're in a cool truck, then have your window not go down. Let's see the back ones work. Let's just try them. It's slow too. Passenger side. That one looks even slower than the driver. Yeah. Rear one. So every single one of those is pretty much pretty much bad. But I'm gonna grease when we let's do that speaker, and we'll grease the tracks on it. I don't think it's really gonna help it, but it always helps it some. So if that gets it rolling in there, gets it going fast, you know, so fast it looks like it's gonna break it, it goes going up so fast, then we won't replace the motors. I gotta send this out to East Coast Gauge Repair. They are gonna add some of my LED lights back in the cluster. The cluster looks good, it lights up just fine, you can see it at night, but everything in this side is kinda dim. Also, these knobs over time start to go bad, and you can, well, I don't have the truck on, but these don't really work anymore. Like if you try to set a temperature, it just bounces around, you can never actually hit where you wanna be. RDO FRT, does that mean front? Now you guys are gonna see an ugly secret about this truck. You might have already figured it out. The ugly secret is these doors are still the original red. That's definitely a front speaker that I bought. I did not know that. Thought it was for the rear. It's been like 2 years, so. One of the most important things to remember when you're watching any of these videos is that I'm an idiot. Okay, that is the number one thing you need to remember, and that is this truck has been sitting. I have not been driving it very frequently. It's the front speakers that don't work. Unbelievable. Rears work fine. That's why I ordered a front speaker. So at least at one point in time I was intelligent, just not now. All right, here we go. Now we're getting stuff done. All right, done. See if she works. We got now not working. We got ads, so I don't have to worry about a copyright strike, thankfully, on the radio, but our problems are elsewhere. I even went over to this side and checked everything here, and still no sound. So I'm thinking we got an amplifier problem, possibly. That would be my guess. I do actually have another one of those, but not easily accessible. We got Bluey and Bluey over there. So I'm going to put this door panel back on. Yeah, there's just no sound up here. I got no door chimes either. I never have. Yeah, so I think we got an amplifier. It could be the head unit too. Could be something up there. But I want to swap out that coolant tank, so we'll do that next. I really didn't plan to work on anything today. That kind of just happened. I really just knew that there was a bunch of stuff I needed to do. So I wanted to get a feel for when I make a video of actually doing all these fixes. Like I'm gonna have to spend a full day probably doing it, and I did not have a full day today. I only had a couple hours, so figured I'd get my list together. I'll get things ordered. Oh, tires. Ha! Should put that on the list. I'm actually already in the process of that. I got some new tires coming because these ones are shot, and we will probably send these off in a proper fashion when that time comes. No matter where a hose clamp is, it will be in the most inconvenient spot. It doesn't matter if I thought I'll put it in this spot so it'll be convenient if I got to take this back apart again. Whenever you go to it, it will have moved probably with some sort of magic to a place that is inconvenient. There we go. A little annoying, not the worst. Should probably go get a little distilled water from the sink. Actually, I will get purified water. How about that? Because this is closer. Because I said we're doing it professional, I'm going to use interior cleaner to clean down everything that's super obvious here on this side anyways. All right. Clean as a dirty whistle. So as you can see, we still got a long list here. We got that one done. What else? I think that's it. I don't think we did anything else. It's terrible. But we are going to get some of these things done. I'm going to order parts. I would love to do it in one, maybe two videos of getting everything back to 100%. The issue is some of this stuff is just like, I don't know, like figuring out the speakers isn't fun for a video because it's just me figuring out what's wrong with the speakers. The headliner is cool. You know, I've actually never done a headliner before, so I'm excited to do that. But that's going to take me a while, but for video, it's not like a ton of content. But yeah, we'll do what we can do. Can't do anything other than what you can do. So yeah, and I'm not stressed about any of it because like I said, the truck runs good and shouldn't have a coolant light on now. Make some purchases. We're going to get this thing to as close as a 235,000 mile truck can be that was rolled over and put back together by questionable mechanics at best. So that's what we're shooting for. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this upload. We will do more mechanical work than the next one with it.